Salutes up, family. Let's get started. All right. So the name of this is Peace in the Street. It was something I was working on some years ago, and about to go in and lay down what I've already acquired on it before I use this notebook for my path to trading in the BWO, path to 1% trading room. Looked like I was already going about there, but I stopped and went over there to the Learn How to Trade to Live 2-week intensive course. So I'm going back over here to this one. The book ended up in that book right at the end too, with one page left. It was written on the other side. So start giving me another notebook. I had one, but not that much in it, which is this Peace in the Streets. So I'm just going to lay this down on audio and on my sites so it can be recorded now. So let's get into it. And I don't know what I was talking about, but I'm about to go and see what my mind was 4 or 5 years ago. See if I was in some kind of a stressful mode or depressful mode or lagging mode, or I don't know, peaceful mode. We're about to find out. So let's see. This is like over 4 to 5 plus years ago. Going back into my mind. It goes like this. Mindfulness can bring you mental peace by bringing you awareness to the present. Your mental peace can be disrupted by worrying about the future or being crippled by and stuck in the past. Mindfulness means being aware of your present thoughts, surroundings, and feelings without placing judgment on them. 3 ways to mental peace. 3 ways to mental peace. Start a journal. Well, let me say number 1. Start a journal. Live documentation. If old enough, a good way to start taking stock of your current situation and find mental peace is a journal. Is a journal. I don't know. This is a long time ago. Is a journey. I'm thinking. No, it's journal. Journaling is an effective way to guide yourself through introspection and find out what might be keeping you from mental peace. When you write in your journal, include your thoughts and feelings about your everyday life. For example, Doogie Howser, the teen doctor. At the end of his day, he used a computer journal. To help you find peace, think about what means most to you and what keeps you present and happy in the moment, such as wisdom or creativity. To help, is this number 2? Nope, this is number 1. To help find what matters to you and go towards mental peace. Give yourself journal topics such as gratitude, intention, or meaning. Number 2, practice mindfulness. Mindfulness can bring you mental peace by bringing your awareness to the present. Your mental peace can be disrupted by worrying about the future or being crippled by and stuck in the past. Mindfulness means being aware of your present thoughts, surroundings, and feelings without placing judgment on them. Mindfulness can also decrease your stress level and blood pressure, which can help produce a sense of calm throughout your body. Practicing mindfulness can also help you manage your emotions and adapt to stressful and difficult situations. The practice of mindfulness allows you to create new neural connections and physically alter your brain's structure, which can help you adapt your way of thinking to promote mental peace. To try mindfulness exercise, sit comfortably and focus on your breath, your breathing. While you breathe, take stock of what you are perceiving through your 5 senses. That's your smell, touch, sight, hearing. Man, good man. I know you got a sense of danger too, but let me think here. And words, wording, or speech. Your mind may wander, but try to gently bring your awareness back to present and what's around you. Number 3, heal from the past. It may be hard to gain mental peace if you still suffer because of events from your past. Past traumatic events that are causing you emotional turmoil will certainly make you feel as though you are never at peace. Past events can include emotional, physical, or sexual abuse, traumatic events, or dismissive or neglectful home environments. All of these types of events can leave you with guilt, shame, fear, or depression. For these kinds of serious events, seek professional help from a therapist or an auditor who can safely guide you through your experience. These mental health professionals are trained to guide toward healing and help you foster forgiveness and compassion. How to get mental peace. How to get mental peace. Finding mental peace is not always easy. It may be difficult to find mental peace at first, but you can practice certain techniques to help you develop the peace you are looking for. If you are struggling with mental health, try talking to a professional psychologist or psych psych what is that? Physic Physiatrist, psychologist and psychiatrist, psychologist or psychiatrist, something like that. This is a long time ago. They may be able to help if you cannot help yourself. And that's what I wrote on my subject of peace for the streets that I was basically working out. That was for the children's show before they deleted it. And I never was able to put this up because this was going to be something Little Red was going to be stating to the children. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And this is years later. And with that being stated, hope you enjoyed it. I'm about to use this book now for the Chris Cole 1% Trading Room. But before we go, give you an update on some of this music. I've been downloading on my site tonight as well. So let me go and share this with you. Okay. So where we at? Let me go on and get me some more of these blend coins while I'm at it. I'm going to stack me some more, help somebody out. Shouts out to Boyce Watkins. Don't want you to be healthy. Okay. So once this go through, we can get on over there. Okay. So we're going over here to the dashboard. See where we at. Check my campaigns. Okay, so I don't know why they pending approval. Oh, because I wasn't even doing this one. It's because it's 3. No, I don't want that many at one time, man. I wasn't even doing that one yet. So yeah, that's good. So let's go back over here. Guess it was like, you're gonna need to be bringing in more money than that. They'll figure it out now. Okay, so this is where we at on the dashboard for the day, 5 o'clock in the morning. These are some I just put up there. They already getting some hits. I got 3 on there. Grown men, I'm good, 5. Ain't gone. Okay, ain't none identical is one that I'm promoting right now. People getting up, they seeing it on their websites. I'm doing the promotion on that one in Godzilla. So they don't want to ain't none identical more than the Godzilla today. The other day it was Godzilla. So you never know what somebody is feeling. But that's real good. 72. I'm averaging about like 10 an hour last week and the weeks before, but now it's 5 hours later and I'm beyond 10 an hour. So I can see there's a increase as far as listening within the hour, which that's a good sign. Okay. And I guess I'll let y'all hear one before we get up out of here. I want y'all know this bad bitch, but see, it's another one with him rapping on it, but he just on the chorus on this one. But because he was on a whole nother subject. But I was saying bad bitch, meaning a vehicle, a whip, some call them whips or a fast car, is catching, and I knew it would catch attention, especially for what I represent. I'm like bad bitch, but yeah, that's what the bad bitch is a car. So you know how some people see something and start making a judgment call and ain't even heard the song. Yo, they call them one of them bitches or something. No, and then most a lot of this music is over 10 years old. To be honest, there's some new stuff in there, but still. So let's see what we're gonna do for the day. Hmm. We'll do the grown men. There was a lot of older women liked it. This one lady told me that her mother was heard this song. She was playing it. This real man right here. She heard it and she was like, "I like that. I got to get that one." Well, as she was up in there cooking, washing the dishes in the kitchen. So I'm gonna go and play this one. Where's the volume at here? Sure, it has some volume. Hold on, fam. Okay, there we go.
Well, Negro, you ain't got no job. You been sitting up in the house for the last 2 years. You ain't doing nothing but drinking on the beer, drinking all the food, eating everything. Got me talking crazy. You know what? I got something for you though. You can suck this. Yeah, you betcha. Come here and I'm watching you. Yeah, let me talk to you. You need a real man, not a fake man. All he good for is a trash can. He don't got a plan, he don't understand. You only looking at a broken tired man. You need a real man, real 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 man. Oh girl, break it down. I mean break it down. That boy ain't making no moves in the town. I ain't a player hater, I'm just laying facts. Look like the man doing nothing, laying on his back. Don't want to get a job, but have his hand out. And still talking about he the man of the house. He must be wearing thongs, cause he ain't wearing pants. And when it comes to your brains, he ain't got a chance. He ain't raising his, they looking down on him. Wonder why they roll around town with a clown with him. He could've got a job, but rather hang a slide. I can't understand why you wanna put him out. When it even months, it's going on some years. And he still watching television with a beer. If I was in your shoes, I'd call him straight quit and tell him get the back and get the hell up out of here. You need a real man, not a fake man. All he good for is a trash can. He don't got a plan, he don't understand. You only looking at a broken time man. He had audacity to wanna have sex and ain't even got a plan, ain't started yet. And when you tell him no, he all upset and had the nerve to call you bitch with a chin chip. If I was you, I'd get new strand water, cause that black Negro is out of order. Don't you got a dad and you his daughter? If I was him, I'd pronounce me manslaughter. Break his tail down to the pains of hell. Break the order in his tail, going straight to jail. Talking about you kids, but I can't tell. Look like you're doing nothing else but raising hell. Hell, his own family don't even care. And he ain't striving right, got a crooked tail. Over there trying to down all people for sale. Who else gonna help him out? Nobody else. You real man. You ain't real.
So that's my second remake of Real Man. I don't know why I put Real Man. I'm gonna have to edit that because it ain't Real Men. Real Man. Just like that. And that's that song. And I'm gonna call this a wrap on this episode here, family. Been doing a lot. I've been getting my albums together, As you can see down here, I ain't even put the covers on them yet, but I got my fast lane, unbelievable, responsible, marvelous, redemption, and brimstone. I went back looking at my stuff. I've been doing this stuff. Uh, I had got paused on this in 2013 when I was already doing this stuff, but they did a little fake line campaign to get me out of my position. I was in the getting into e-commerce online back then. Man, I imagine where I'd be at today. But anyway, you know, you know, dragging one after the baby before the baby was even born. But it's all right. It's all right. The baby is born today. That's for sure. You can go and bring your beast on out. Go and release your beast. Because he about to be in the decrease and to cease. So we can all get some peace. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to say about you, to have a community. To have a community is different from a ghetto. And to have a community is like a village. And people think just by being a village sometimes, it's just looking out for the other individual, far as guiding them on the right path and keeping them out of harm's way and tell them to pull up the clothes and, if somebody do somebody wrong, check them and all that. But it's also with economics, okay? Economics. If the whole community or your whole village is not in putting knowledge into not just the youth, but the grown and everybody in the community, is you're being selfish. And that's one of the main reasons. Is not the children out there selling dope or shooting each other and things of that nature. Is because they're not acquiring higher knowledge, wisdom, understanding, power, and force. They're depleted, if not neglected. It's just like the slave master back in the day. Your community is no better than the slave masters back in the day, when they didn't put nothing into the children's heads nor the adults' head. They didn't want them to read nor write. Well, they go to school to make sure they go. That's, as we all can see today, the education of this world is not advancing blacks in no real progressive type of way. It's up to us. If you got somebody out there in your neighborhood that's doing artwork, he doing graffiti, you should be one over there and tell him, look, man, like I be doing. That's what I be doing. When I see them out there doing graffiti and stuff or painting and acting a fool, I be like, man, you can get paid off of that. That's how I do it. I be like, you can get paid off of that, man, and give them avenues. I've always done this. It's interesting, hopefully, but it makes sense now. We all supposed to be doing this type of stuff. Inputting knowledge, not just in the youth, but all the way to old age. Just because they old don't mean they can't learn something new. They say you can't teach a dog new tricks. I say you can always teach a dog new tricks if they never stop learning. Okay. So I'm not really up with that. You can't teach a dog new tricks. We always learning something, even if it's a bad habit or something that ain't good for us, our family, or our communities. They have to learn how to sell that dope, and then when you sell dope, it's a process. Just learn how to sell the dope. You gotta learn what's the grams is. You gotta learn what the weights is, the prices is, where the good spots to sell at, when to sell, who to look out for, where the police cars look like, what they be dressed like, what they be talking like. That's a school in itself, just the selling the drugs. Let alone you got your hit boys out here. They got to learn the names of the guns and how to use the guns and put how to take the safeties off, put the safeties on. All it's a lot into it, but instead of putting them in school in that way, we should be putting them in school in other ways. Okay, going around stealing. They start out stealing and doing little things, and they get bigger. If they shouldn't be having to steal, they should be learning how to invest and acquire money little and to acquire acquire money and invest money on a bigger and bigger level. So if we got ghettos here in America, it's no need to really be looking outside of your community, pointing the finger at the government. You have to look at yourselves in the mirror. You have to look at the community as a whole in the mirror, for it falls totally on you if you are men and women in that community. If you claim to be a man and woman in that community, or king, or the man, you know how they roll around. I'm the man of the city. I'm the king of the city, and this and that. And if your city is a ghetto, you ain't a king of nothing but a ghetto. That's what you're the king of. That's what you're the man of, a ghetto. We're supposed to be teach one, reach one, teach one. That one teach another one. Something. If we all are doing this on a daily basis in some kind of way, the education of the community gonna rise, and it'll start to look more like a community instead of a ghetto. We're always pointing out to the government, but never wanting to look at ourselves. And then when we look at ourselves, we hate and disgusted looking at ourselves. And that's what, but if you really understood, when you look at your brother, that's your answer. That's the God that's going to help you. That's the female God that's going to help you. But you self-destructing yourself by killing your brother. Your brother was the one that could help you double your money, flip your money, invest your money in the proper way, legal way, where you ain't got to be out here watching your back. But instead, you're doing it the opposite way. Satan got us all twisted up, upside down, and backwards. You got to flip that around. You got to flip that backwards around and looking forward, and that upside down, the right side up. You must start to understand that if you really want to build a community, a heaven on earth, and we are going to do, because it's even written in the scriptures. So sooner or later, like it or not, the wicked ones, you're going to straighten up. Or I guess you ain't going to be around. You ain't going to be around and enjoy it, because it's going to happen. It's already written. Everything is already written. You can go on and try to deny the truth of God, but it's coming. When is it coming? You never know when a law is coming and going to put the truth out there in a major way to cause you to go in a better way. So just wanted y'all to think about that. So when you go out in your community and you see trash everywhere, like, man, y'all got to get it. That means y'all community got to get it together. Y'all got to get it together. Nobody else gonna do it. You should understand that by now. Ain't nobody gonna come from out of their community and come help your community. No, they gonna come to your community and take from your community to better their community. Why are you allowing them to come from their better community, come to your community, dog out your community, and leave and go back to their and make their community even better? I mean, if they in your community and they getting money in your community, they bringing income into their pockets in your community, they should be installing some kind of education into your community. If they got a business in your community, especially on land, they should be having some kind of online thing or something, or some kind of way of giving the people in that community knowledge of knowing how to do it for themselves. So if they don't want to teach the people and the children and the people in the community that they are in how to do what they're doing in a legit way to become prosperous, then hell, they don't need to be in your community anyway. They only in your community to be thieves. They only in your community to take from the community. Okay? Why would you support somebody like that and they don't want to come, they don't want to educate you, they don't want to tell you what they're doing to prosper so you can prosper like that in the community? You go up in a hair shop or hair salon, get your nails done, get your hair done, and you go up there and be like, hey, Chi, could you tell me such and such on how I can start me a business? And she look at you with the down face or something, and she can't tell you nothing. Well, hell, you need to walk on out, and everybody that's black up in that bad boy need to walk on up out of that stove and shut that bad boy down, because that type of business you don't need in your community. Anybody in your community um, bringing, getting your money, your community money, and being prosperous to take care of their family, and they can't give back by giving you education and knowledge on how to do what they're doing. That's a hell no. Hell no. That's like having somebody in your house and he eating everything up in your refrigerator. He eating everything up in the refrigerator. He go to work too. And his pockets getting bigger and bigger. And you ask him, hey man, how you your pockets getting bigger? He don't want to tell you nothing, but he want to eat all the food up in the house. Hell no, you got to kick that bad boy on up out the house. That bad boy ain't no good for the house. He ain't doing nothing but taking from the house. Let alone he got his own house. He over there eating all the food in your house, taking all y'all money. Then he go to his house, pay his rent and bills on time, and you over there, your light's about to get cut off. He won't even give you $5. You know what I'm saying? But we got to really start to look at these businesses in our cities. And if they are not putting, no, that ain't good. They do some charity thing, handing out. Jesus didn't say give us no fish, no handouts. He said give us the pole. You can't show us how to do what you doing, then hey man, you need to roll on up out of here. You got a business and you a dealer selling cars in our neighborhood, and you can't tell us how we can go about acquiring a degree or establishment or a business like you. Man, you need to get on up out of here and take your cars with you. roll you in all 60, 70, 100 cars you got. Well, if you got that, roll them on up out this city, because we don't need you in the city. You over there, you got a business up in the city, a grocery store up in the city, and you getting paid off of us. And we come up in there and ask you what's some of the first steps we need to open us up a grocery store, and they looking at you cockeyed crazy. Well, you need to cockeyed crazy they tail right on up out your community. But we need to put that onto our black code in the communities. It's no more. It's no sense of us being in the ghetto when we got the people that we need to check right there in the community. You going up in there and check and see what they're about. And if they ain't about what they supposed to be about, then it ain't nothing else to talk about. It's time for you to get the hell on out. That's what the hell it's time for. It's time for us not to support your ass no more. It's time to stop, drop, shut that bad boy down, and get you out of business. And we'll figure it out. We'll go back into business, since you don't want to teach us. We'll figure it out on our own. But your tail ain't gonna be over here. I'll tell you that. All right there, family. So with that being stated, keep your heads up, stay focused, and read. Let me see how we're going out.